Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has confirmed that the nation of Australia will mourn the victims of the Bondi Beach shooting with flags ordered to fly at half-mast today. Albanese also vowed to take all necessary steps to fight anti-Semitism in the country. He also thanked world leaders for their sympathy and solidarity. Let's take a listen in.
We will do whatever is necessary to stamp out anti-Semitism. It is a scourge and we will eradicate it together. Flags will fly at half-mast across the country today as we pay our respects to all those lost and all those who have been injured.
Meanwhile, the police have identified the alleged gunman as a father and a son. The police have stated that the father was killed at the scene while the son remains in critical condition in custody. Authorities have also confirmed they are not seeking further offenders in connection with the attack. Let's in fact listen in to what the police have said on the incident.
Offenders are a 50-year-old and 24-year-old male who are father and son. The 50-year-old is deceased. The 24-year-old is currently in hospital at the moment.
US President Donald Trump has condemned the incident that occurred during a Hanukkah event, calling it a purely anti-Semitic attack. Let's take a listen in to the US President.
And likewise in Australia, as you know, there was a terrible attack, 11 dead, 29 badly wounded. And that was an anti-Semitic attack, obviously. And I just want to pay my respects to everybody.
The Palestinian Foreign Ministry has also condemned the Bondi attack, stating that it rejects all forms of violence and terrorism. Meanwhile, Albanese has announced that the Australian government is considering tougher gun laws and a review of gun licences over a period of time. He has added that tougher laws will include a limit on the number of guns used or licensed by individuals in Australia. Joining us now is Daniela Bloom, a political commentator. She joins us live from Los Angeles in California. Daniela, thank you very much for joining us here on NewsX World. It's a pleasure to have you. Can I first get your reaction to the news that the perpetrators of this was a father and a son? What does this say about radicalization in the Western world when it comes to anti-Semitism, especially because in a country like Australia, anti-Semitic attacks are up five-fold in contrast to pre-October the 7th levels?
It's alarming. It's a tragedy. Unfortunately, this is happening way too often. This was a first night of Hanukkah event with over 1,000 people gathering in celebration, children, the elderly, and for this tragedy to happen with a father and son team, if only there were signs, and there were signs. Broad border policies, an influx of people of the Islamic faith. Now, not all people who are of the Islamic religion are radicalized, but when a good percentage are, and there's 2 billion in the world, we see this not just in Australia, we're seeing it in America, we're seeing it in Europe, we're seeing it in the UK, and it's alarming. And there is a rise of anti-Israel propaganda that has contributed to Jews who have nothing to do with the war being targeted all over the world.
Daniela, we don't know the religion of the alleged suspects yet. However, what we do know is that there was a man who was indeed a Muslim who was in that viral video disarming that gunman. But what I do want to talk about is that there has been allegations from Benjamin Netanyahu that Prime Minister Albanese did not do enough to combat anti-Semitism. Do you believe that this is an attack that could have been prepared for, that could have been prevented?
I think what Prime Minister Netanyahu was referring to was that they were given a lot of warning signs that were not heeded. And yes, Australia has the strictest gun laws. And so if there is a rise in fear from the Jewish community who are not able to arm themselves, that is a concern. But I'm very pleased with how the Prime Minister responded to this act of terrorism. He is doing it. He's taking this very seriously. This is not the Australia he wants to see. He wants to do whatever he can to combat this and make sure this does not happen, if that even includes lifting some strict restrictions on carrying guns. And I did see some firsthand accounts of people saying that they did hear screams of Allahu Akbar, and that is why the Muslim Islamic terrorism claim has been given. But to that point as well, the fruit salesman was also a Muslim man, and he did absolutely display a genuine act of heroism. He did tackle one of the gunmen, and for sure stopped perhaps other fatalities that could have gone wrong. And at this time, there's one of the two gunmen have since been deceased.
Daniela, do stay with us as we have further updates to discuss, but this time coming out